American fiction starring the great Jefferey Wright. We just watched it this weekend. Didn't really know of it beforehand until they sort of mentioned the nominations. As happens every year, you always get a list of films you haven't even heard of yet that have been released. So this basically is about an author, a very successful one in the sense that he's very well respected, and his books are considered to be quite complex, and he's kind of really at the forefront of American literature in a sense. But his publishers are trying to push him for a what they deem a black novel because he's a black guy, But when they say black novel, what they're talking about is all these kind of stereotypical tropes that dumbass people would associate with, black people. I suppose, I don't know. It's an American thing, so we're out of our element in that way. But you get the impression that they're pushing him to write something trashy. And this guy's really, he's highbrow, he's a good guy. But as a piss take, he writes something under a pseudonym that is like the most trashy novel you could imagine, just to make a point. But then the publishers will turn around and say, "We got an offer. They won't offer you $4 million," and it's like, no, don't you realize it's just a piss take? And he tries to scupper it as he goes along the way as much as he can by changing the title to the F word, and he changes it to, and they're still like, let us think about that. Yeah, we'll go with it. It's punchy, it's good, it's shocking, and he's like, no.
Deadbeat dads, rappers, crack. You said you wanted black stuff. That's black, right?
I see what you're doing.
And also at the same time, we see his relationship with his family. So his sister, his mom's got Alzheimer's, and she's going sort of declining, and he's trying to get her sorted out. He's got his brother there, who we mentioned earlier, who is also the actor is nominated for Best Actor in a Supporting Role. That's Sterling K. Brown, plays the brother. And yeah, it's like one of those films as well, going back to your small hometown, isn't it? And, seeing where things are since you left, and it's got that kind of feel to it as well. But before I let you in on this one thing I just want to say was this was a hilarious film. The script on this one I thought was so funny. I was laughing out loud several times throughout it.
You want me to beat your ass?
I'm just...
Fuck out of here, Philip! I will eat your sweater vest for dinner.
Always been a fucking douche.
Yeah, it's actually up for Best Adapted Screenplay as well, so it might win an award for that, because it is, as you say, it's brilliantly written. It's a very smart film. Yeah. It's very funny, very charming. It's also very poignant. It's, as you say, it's a film about family. He's left, his dad's passed away in the meantime. His sister passes away near the beginning of the film. It's about the brothers, the whole relationship that is played all in the background of it all, and he starts a relationship with a woman across the road from his mum's house and all this. So there's a whole complex dynamic going on there. But it's a really interesting film and really funny film because it's obviously a satire, but it really works on two critical levels. There's this surface level, which is the point that he's making. He's going, these trashy writers, as a writer he sees at the beginning doing a reading, and it is atrocious, kind of like, every stereotypical gangster movie you could find.
Girl, you be pregnant again? If I is, Ray Ray is gonna be a real father this time around.
That's run on TV movies, terrible rap songs and stuff, mashed together by someone who knows nothing of that experience, and it's just
cashing in,
right? Yeah, cashing in, writing it to make money, and so he's obviously there, and he's a middle class, upper class family. They've come from,
they're all doctors. He says, doesn't they? They're all doctors in the family.
This is it.
His brother's a plastic surgeon,
and so he's going in with the whole kind of, I'm taking the piss out of this, and it's very funny the way it plays out, and he's just absolutely flabbergasted that they're going for it, and you see these sycophantic from the Hamptons book publishers all like, yes, we will all love it. I mean, the people will love it. You know, it's all very much like their own self-imposed white guilt going, this, we must do this.
We want to put him on the cover in one of those scarves, I guess you would call them, tied around his head.
A do-rag?
Do-rag, that's it. Do-rag and a tank top with the muscles showing.
Something called the fire department.
Which is very funny to watch. But then there's a second underlying critique going on that really comes into a head when he talks to the author of the book he was originally critical of, about him not understanding there's people that aren't as well off in Black society of America as him, and that are on the breadline, are single mothers, are poor, and all these things, and that these things do happen to. And his naive assumption that they can all aim for greatness is misguided. And he, although they're all cashing in and trying to make some money, he's also missing a point of there is people like this, and you're not getting it, and it's a lesson he has to learn. Yeah, there's one bit where he says, I don't even recognize race as a thing, and he's on the phone to his publisher, and they say, yeah, you don't, but tell that to the rest of America. And just as he does that, he hails a cab, and the cab just drives past him and picks the white guy up next to him, and there's just this moment of realization where he thinks, and there was lots of moments like that in it. That sometimes they were hilarious and funny, but other moments were, like you say, they were quite making a point there. And a really good film. Yeah, it really took me by surprise, because you said we hadn't heard of this until it got nominated. Yeah, and then I sort of read the thing and I thought, this sounds really interesting. And then watching it, you're like, this is a really clever satire. This is really well done. I mean, I remember back, do you remember, I think it was last year or the year before, there was a film came out, a terrible film, about a white guy pretending to be a black radio host or something. I think it was like an Amazon movie or something. It was terrible anyway. And there was all whole controversy about that at the time. But so when I was reading the kind of synopsis for this, I was like, I hope it's not like that, you know. But no, this is how you do it. This is really clever.
Yeah, you think some bitch-ass college boy can come up with that shit?
No, I don't.
Thanks very much for watching this video. We really appreciate it. The best way to support our channel is by giving us a like and subscribing. Other ways to support us include buymeacoffee.com or become a patron over on patreon.com. This video is also sponsored by funkytshirts.co.uk, so check out their website for a whole range of cool and funky t-shirt designs. All the links are in the description.